Morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday morning. It is, I think I'm a weather reporter. It's a little overcast and dreary in town today. How is everyone? Welcome to my monthly Style Surgery Live, where you can ask me anything. Decorating dilemmas, stylistic conundrums. Good morning, Jill. Morning. Early for you in stateside. Good morning. It is Sunday. It's been an epic morning for me. Hello from sunny Redcar. Have you got sun? I haven't got any chance of sun today here in London. It's a little bit overcast and drab, and lovely to see you all. Welcome to Style Surgery. Hello from Tooting Bec. Good morning. It's been a bit of an epic morning for me. I've worked out P-Volve. I don't know if anyone does that. Kind of really quite into P-Volve. And I neglected it for ages, and I was doing yoga, and then I kept... With all the travel, I stopped doing yoga and got really bored of it. So now I'm back on the... Oh, morning, Oslo. And sunny. Nice. So now I'm back on the P-Volve and you can do it from home. Hello from Brazil. Hello. Good evening from a sunny Melbourne. Wow, it's an international class, even teaching. It's an international community that we have here today. Morning from Leicestershire. Good morning. Welcome to Style Surgery. Every Sunday, first Sunday of the month when I'm not travelling. Hello from Stoke Newington, you're just around the corner from me. I am here to answer whatever decorating questions that you may have. And I was just beginning. Hello from Zurich. I've never been to Zurich. I really want to go to Zurich. Hello from Lincolnshire. I have been to Lincolnshire. I filmed a TV show in Lincolnshire ages ago. Good morning from Stockholm. I've been to Stockholm and I love Stockholm. We used to exhibit there. Hello from Germany. I've been to Germany. I've been to Denmark. Hello from Denmark. Hello from Bramhall. Lovely to have so many people joining. Iceland I've never been to and I really want to go to. Tenerife, I've never been to Tenerife and I really want to go to. France I've been to lots. Hello! Gosh, we're so international this morning. I'm making, all my excitement is making words go a little bit arky. Morning from Cheshire. Please come to Zurich. I so want to come to Zurich. Hello from New Zealand. I've never been to New Zealand either, or Norway. Oh my goodness. Hello from Crazy Essex. I've been to Essex. My family live there. Hello from Perthshire and South Africa. It's so lovely to know where you're all from. Welcome to this morning's Style Surgery even. Good morning from Wimslow. So I was just saying, I don't know how you guys have started your Sunday, but I started off doing P-Volve, which is a sort of a Pilates type exercising that Jennifer Aniston has invested in. And I neglected it quite a bit because you just do it from home to do yoga. And I tried to make myself love yoga and I just can't do it. So I'm now more into the P-Volve thing. And I've restarted rebounding. So I'm not sure if anyone's still rebounding or rebounding at all or know anything about P-Volve, but I'd love to know, tell me. And then I've got family coming for lunch. So I've been in the kitchen cooking up a storm. And then I quickly ran in the shower and now I'm talking to you guys. So hence my kind of crazy Sunday morning from the Isle of Wight. Good morning. Now, I think anyone this side of the world will know that spring is literally around the corner. I think, like, for me, I mean, it gets to this point of the year, which is, where are we? Very, very early March. And you just want those dark evenings to start getting a little bit lighter. And I've really noticed, because I've been away such a lot traveling, I've really noticed it a lot. So I think that as much as I love all my pools of light, like you can see all around me, there's like tons and tons and tons of, oh, hello, Pontefract. Love to rebound, daily bounce, hold onto your boobies. Yeah, it's all blowy in Bexhale. I've neglected, you coming up? Okay, she wants to come up. Hold on. Oh, I can't grab you if you're going down there showing me your tummy. I'm about to order After Dawn for my kitchen. Diana, just wondering if you have any upcoming paint promotions. We don't, I'm afraid. Paint, as much as I love paint, is a really low margin, so it's not something that we ever discount. I love your home. Thank you. I think Easter is a really big time for decorating and changing things. I've gotten to the point in my home where, look, Works, I can't pick you up from there. One sec, I'll try and get it. No, I can't. You're too low for me. You're just too low. And she's trying to show me her tummy, and it's just a little bit annoying. Okay, thanks. Here we go. Oh, there you are. You're going to say hello to everybody. Look. You're going to say hello? Well, she's having her hair cut on Tuesday. We haven't been to the salon for a little while. Hello, Netherlands. Hello, hello. Need help with future bathroom. Lots of white with black accents. I want to paint the walls, perhaps a dark taupe op. You can. I kind of want to encourage you not to, because they're very cool colours and bathrooms are quite sterile. And I would encourage you to go slightly on the warmer side of the colour spectrum, because then it will just feel so much more cocooning. Absolutely go grey or black or sort of a darky taupe, but I would just have something with a little bit more colour, like a slightly brownier colour with a little bit more warmth in it, or an olive or a soft plastery pink. I would do that. Will you be bringing back your moss branches? We won't in the short term, but incredible. I mean, I can't even bear thinking about autumn winter, but autumn winter is all in production right now for us. Incredible branches for autumn winter landing in July. Incredible. Narrow hallway with not much. Look, you can't show people all your little bits, Smarties. Narrow hallway with not much natural light. Want to paint it some pink terracotta shade. Should I do light walls and bring the terracotta shade on the woodwork? No, I would go for that plaster colour. We have a lovely plaster colour. Farrow Ball have a lovely plaster colour on the walls, because it's a really pale but warm pink and it's beautiful, and I wouldn't chop it up. Lovely weather, yes. I'd like to try mixing artificial flowers with fresh ones. Have you tried with this with any success? You absolutely can. Obviously, having a botanical brand, I don't ever do it, but you absolutely can. Can I ask how you would style alcove cabinets? I would have books, so horizontal and vertical, and then a trailing plant and a big pot. So I'd do something a bit oversized and then something a bit smaller, and I'd have all this kind of lively rhythm going on. So any kind of trailing plant or stem, faux or otherwise, always works. Any kind of nice vase always works. Little portable lamps always work. Watching from India, just came back from India. You just want to have, look, works. You can't sit here if you're going to be naughty. Thinking you. You just need to have a lot of the pieces on the cabinets with a similar connection, whether that's materiality or colour, and then it will look really beautiful. Currently redoing my whole house. Wow. I love greys, naturals and neutrals. I have lots of your pieces. Do I need splashes of bright colour, or could I? No, you absolutely don't need splashes of bright colour. Rather than thinking of bright colour, can you think warm colour? Like just warm colour, I think will really help you, as opposed to splashes of really bright colour. Works is looking cuddly. She is. She's probably the dog that's the most handful I've ever had in my life. And I've had dogs for like 18 years. She's really a challenge, in a good way. Shaggy lamps, not sure, I have to say. I want to, but we had a lot of damages with them because they're so fragile. And so it's something that the team and I are mulling over. And one week I'm like, yes, they're going back in. And the next week they're not, because I can't quite decide. I can make them collect from store only, but then that seems really unfair because lots of people don't live near the store. So it's something that we're working on with the producer in Morocco, and we haven't actually decided. I've gone olive in the bathroom, it's zen. Oh, olive in a bathroom is really lovely. Magnolias budding, daffodils springing. Oh, chaffinches are nesting. Thank you for bringing a spring vibe. That sounds so lovely. I've colour drenched my bedroom in a warm taupey colour. My furnishings are black and taupe. My question is, what colour furniture should I have? Don't want it to be too samey. Well, you could have, what have you got? You got warm taupe. I wonder if you did it a really beautiful sort of darky green colour. That would look lovely with taupe. Or you could go a bit more olive if you wanted. I would add a bit of warmth personally, but it's entirely up to you. I would just add a little smidge of warmth, or it goes a little bit more, you know, like you could add a little bit more of that kind of really sort of caramelly colour in, burnt toffee. Painted my small north-facing bedroom a dusky faramball paint, but it's too dark. About to paint it Egyptian cotton dulux. How do I coat the room? How do I coat up the room is a small space, so I don't know what those colours are. But basically, the biggest thing that you can do, the biggest, most transformative thing that you can do in a small room, in a small bedroom that's north-facing, is use a warm colour on the walls, because that will literally make you, you know what, can you bear with me one sec? I'm just gonna, excuse the mess, I'm just gonna go and find the paints, because if I can actually sort of show you, it might make a bit of a difference to what I am talking about. Are you following me, Gert? Right, let's have a look and find out. I'm just gonna, this is the view from my desk. Just gonna shop and get these paints. Right, okay. Yeah, because I look over this every day. There's my amazing mimosa, which is kind of getting more and more and more, losing its, that's what's his favourite spot. Isn't it what? Right, let's go down. Yeah, this is my favourite view. Just love this view. Just makes me think of, I don't know, spring. Right, hold on as I go down the stairs and try and talk to you. I'm wearing really big chunky slippers. Right, so with your bedroom being north facing and small, this is what we have to do. We have to paint it in a warm tone, because that will make it feel really cocooning. So for example, this is, you don't have to go for this colour from us, you can go for it from anyone, but this is called Java. It's a really lovely soft pinky colour. Or this is a really also baked Madagascar. That's such a warm, soft colour. I mean, you can go really dark and go rocky desert, which you might not want to, but just think of having like quite a warm soft colour. Or both of these are amazing. Raku clay, can you see that? Or Canyon Valley, really beautiful. Paint the ceiling, I know it's scary, and the walls and the woodwork all in the same colour. Super important for small rooms. And then all you have to do is add some really beautiful textured cushions and a throw to your bed, and you have nailed it, and it will look so beautiful. So beautiful. Where do you purchase art? All on our website, all by us, majority by us, and it's just whatever resonates with this head of mine. Can you remember the name of your pinky plaster colour? Right, these are the colours. So this is Nordic Mist, that's a pinky plaster colour. This is a little bit darker, oh no, that's probably too dark, and that's Rocky Desert. This is also a lovely colour, and this is called Baked Madagascar. And then this colour is called Java. All really lovely. Would terracotta and cream work for kitchens? So cream cabinets with cream walls. Would a terracotta, yes, that's a really beautiful combination. Just make sure your cream doesn't have too much white in it, but that's a really beautiful combo. Advice on stair carpets. I've kind of gone for a stair runner, so they're not, because I just have a bit of an aversion to carpets. So you see a little bit of wood either side of the stairs. But you don't have to. And then if it could have some kind of texture or pattern to it, it won't feel quite so flat and boring. That would be my opinion. I have a long, naturally dark hallway in the ground floor flat with oak floors. We love wallpaper, but was wondering if that would overwhelm the space. What paper or paint would you recommend? You have a naturally dark hallway in a ground floor flat with oak floors. I mean, it's so up to you. I would play on the dark. I would kind of play on the cocooning dark, and I would go, I mean, you know, you're talking to a person that always does dark. So I would go a lovely, I mean, you'd have to see how this looked with your oak, but this Summer Earth is such a phenomenally beautiful colour. I can't tell you enough. If anyone is goes via the Islington store, Summer Earth is on the walls, and it's beautiful. And if you had a lovely oak floor, my God, that would look amazing. I would do paint over wallpaper, but that is just my opinion. Or you could go a lovely Java with oak, which is also an incredible combination. That's what I would do. So you come in and it feels incredibly, incredibly cocooning and warm and just amazing, and you want to go and find out what else is going on in the house. I'm redoing my bathroom, warm grey cement style and wood. I live in Singapore. I love Singapore. Toilet bowl, what is the best colour, taupe or white? I want to say black. Look at the Puli Hotel in Shanghai. I stay there a lot when I'm in Shanghai. And they've got a lot of really beautiful warm concrete with very beautiful teak warm wood. And they have black toilets and it's game changing. I would literally go black. I downsized 9 years ago and still miss the space. What do I do about all the clutter? I think if you feel that a room just feels too overwhelming with clutter, just edit it out. You don't have to have tons of things. You just have to feel. For me, right, there's this really fine line between spaces looking super messy and a little bit overwhelming to something looking really considered. So, for example, let me turn this around. Like this doesn't look super messy. It looks really considered because everything is kind of a similar hue. Yes, some is grey and some is brown, but no, it's not blue, yellow, purple. So can you see it? Just there's a lot of things on this shelf, but it just feels quite considered. So one way to make a space feel quite considered and less cluttered is really rein in that colour palette. Reduce the number of colours you have with your accessories in a room, and I think it might really help you. How would you style a media wall without having a TV above a fireplace? Hate that it's the first thing you see in a room, so thinking of an asymmetrical design. How would you build a media wall? I mean, the biggest thing I would do, hold on, I have to change again. I would do this. So there's our TV. It's an art TV, but I never put it on because it looks so fake. And I've just got art around it and below it. So that's what I would do. And like a console with a mirror. So that's basically what I would do for my TV wall. You know, I think it looks quite nice. So then you're just not concentrating on the TV. Thank you. Do you think mirrors above fireplace best or art? So up to you. Anything that you're putting above a fireplace, e.g. a mirror, has to reflect something cool back on it, because otherwise I feel it just won't feel so nice. So if whatever you're reflecting back, if that's lovely, absolutely whack a mirror. If you think it's not the best, whack a piece of art. Absolutely love your home. Thank you. Can you give us a garden view? Of course. Here you go. Here is the garden. It's because I've got these massive windows, I need it to have visual interest all year round. So a lot of the time, obviously, it's green, but then I've got this vine. There's some birds nesting in there, which is so super exciting. And some of the trees aren't out, but a lot of the time it feels like green all year round. So that's my garden view. Just love your home. Thank you. The room is all painted in the same colour. Thank you, Abigail. You're so welcome. How would you change in general supermarket interior design to make them more friendly? Oh my God. Blow them up. I haven't been to a supermarket. Actually, I had to whiz to M&S with Jem in the week. But I don't shop from a supermarket. I haven't done a shop from a supermarket for over 10 years. They just depress me so much. I think that the lighting is the worst thing. And I feel like, you know, when you go into like a cool, I can't remember where I was I in Australia? I think I was in Australia, and I went into this cool grocery store and it sold, you know, canned goods and grains and vegetables, but it just had more of a homely feel, like wood was used and there was a bit of earthy colour on the wall and the lighting wasn't so sterile and it just didn't feel so bloody depressing. That's what I would do. But luckily I don't own a supermarket, so I haven't got to have that on my list of to-do things, which is quite extraordinary. Are you getting this? I don't know about getting the shaggy palm lamps back in stock. We are deliberating. They're currently on hold because there was a lot of damages and we had to do a lot of refunds. And when you have a business, you don't really want to do refunds. Obviously, and you don't want your customers to be unhappy, even more importantly. So because they are handmade, there was a lot of problems with them breaking, and we can change it from clay to ceramic, but that will have a whole different vibe, and I don't want the artisans to do that, who produce them in Morocco. So we haven't quite decided what to do, but right now it's on hold, just because there's so many other things happening. We are in a very intriguing time in our business, and there's so many other things happening. I've just shoved it on the back burner. Good morning from Virginia. Good morning. Currently awaiting my delivery of oak and glass paint for my downstairs washroom. Thinking of pairing with green wall tiles, gold accents and terracotta floor. Nice. I don't know if you need quite so many colours. So I love, like, the paint is lovely and the green and the gold. No, maybe it's okay. Or I would just say, just be careful because it's a small room. You've got quite a few colours going on. So if you already have the terracotta floors, maybe it's nicer to have a colour quite similar to the terracotta for the walls. Just a thought. Because you don't want so many, because it's a small room, you don't want so many colours. Like terracotta is really different from green, which is really different from gold. So I would, if you haven't got the terracotta, maybe don't. Or if you have got the terracotta, maybe tie that in more with a kind of a pinky tone on your walls. You know, like a pinky type tone on your walls. It just might feel a little bit more sophisticated, but it's just my take on it. Can you please sit closer to the natural light so we can better see the colours? Can you please sit closer to the natural light? Oh, you want me to sit closer? Yes, all right, I will sit. I can't actually.
Do you want me to give you a light?
No, I can't sit better to the closer. I can put the colours out on nearer the closer light, but I can't sit closer. Hold on. Now you're asking me lots of things. So let me just go through the colours I showed you, and I can put those all nearer the light, and then you can see them a bit better. Go one sec. Right, let's go to the light. Right. Okay. Here you go. Oh! So now my glasses have fallen off because they're actually too big for my face. So I was talking about Rocky Desert. I was talking about this beautiful colour called Java. I was also talking about this lovely colour called Raku Clay. Then we went into the olives, which is olive, summer earth, really beautiful. Then there's this really beautiful colour, which is Canyon Valley. And then there's this really beautiful colour, which is Oak and Casket. So you're getting Oak and Casket, right? And I'm not sure I would put Oak and Casket. Let me just go and grab... Can you grab me all the paint colours? I'm not sure, because I'm just going to show you. I haven't got the exact colours to show you, but this is Oak and Casket. Let me do it like that. And I'm not sure I would do, let's just assume this is a bit terracotta-y, right? And then with the green, I know I know it won't be your exact colours, but that is too many colours for me. It's really too many colours. So if you've got a terracotta-y floor, I would have gone a lot more of this, kind of this soft pinky tone on the wall. I think it would just look nicer with a terracotta floor. Otherwise, there's too much going on. And I understand why, but sometimes I think that when you add too many bold colours into a room, rather than making it look interesting, it just feels a little bit more chaotic. Right. That's my opinion, of which nobody has to listen to, obviously. I'm usually a brown person, but this new house has the grey tones from when it was built. Was popular, and it's possible to remove flooring and cabinets, so I need to work with that. That's okay, you can do that by just adding warm colours over the floors, e.g. and you can paint walls or even like feature walls in warm hues. Colour drenching in the bedroom in a French blue. Nice. Hello from Winchester. I've seen your new Montreal wool rug online. Do you have it in your home? I wish. No. We produce hundreds of products all the time, so I literally can't. I would drive myself insane if I kept taking out rugs to put in new rugs. Every season there's another 40 rugs. Like, it's literally impossible for me to do that. So no, I just can't live in the constant swap out. Nor do I want to, because I love my rugs. And you know, the thing about a rug is you shouldn't want to change it up. Like, I don't change my rugs up in the summer. I don't remove them and put down different rugs. You should want to have it for years to come. So yeah, people often say, oh, so why haven't you got that latest chair? Because I'd drive myself mad. We're constantly on location shooting and, you know, lumping stuff, and it's quite stressy. And then to have to come and reconfigure the whole house. So regrettably, I haven't. Sorry, I'm bringing It's bringing back wonderful memories of you being in my garden, the masterclass. Thank you. We have a tiny little stone church. Oh, nice, with pine ceilings. One room remains natural timber. The other has been painted cream. Unsure whether we should bring them to match. If so, natural or painted. I would say painted, only because I'm not a lover of the pine colour, but that's me. That's just me. We're converting our double garage into a small studio apartment for my sister moving back from Australia in July. I want it to feel relaxed and comfortable. Oh, nice. I would use, hold on, let me go and get the colours again. What colours would you use? This is more intense than my workout, you guys. Right. Oh, I know what I would use. I would use Summer Earth. Because she's come back from Australia with all those baked deserty colours. Oh my goodness. Summer Earth is such a beautiful colour. It's like an olivey, soft, very Aussie. It's actually named after, when I went to Australia, I was so obsessed with that country. I would move to Australia in a nanosecond if I could. It inspired a whole load of paints, this being one of them. So that's what I would do. There's only room for one bed and a small kitchenette. Don't worry about that. You just want the most intoxicating colour. Love the shaggy lamps. Hope you find a solution. I know. I know. I'm about to embark on a bathroom reno in a Victorian house and I'm stuck between dark wooden floorboards or doing a classic checkerboard. I would always go dark wooden. It's really interesting because I never really want the interest to be on the floor. It's where do you want your eye to go? You might want your eye to go to the floor and that be your interest point, but I want my eye to go to a beautiful mirror or a chandelier that I haven't necessarily electrified in my bathroom as opposed to the floor. So I guess the biggest thing is to figure out where you want your eye to go. Is that playlist being done? Hope so, because there's not very long to go. Love those colours. Any suggestions for a shocking pink sofa? It's not in many living rooms. I love those colours. Any suggestions? I don't know. I'm not very good with shocking pink sofas. I'm the wrong person to ask. Any tips for decorating a soulless new build? First of all, get rid of the attitude that it's soulless because you are going to inject atmosphere, intrigue and depth, right? And new builds are an amazing canvas for you to turn into a space that you never, ever, ever want to leave. First up, think about colour. Colour is the single most important thing that you can do to any room in that house. If you go warm and earthy, it doesn't have to be dark, it could be mid-tone, and you apply that to your walls, immediately you've created something that's cocooning and grounding. Biggest tip number one. Secondly, you've got to introduce texture, opposing textures. So slubby rugs and beautiful cushions that have a bit of texture or pattern to them. That is really, really game changing. Next, add some botanicals, fresh or faux, don't care. They add immediate life to your room. And then just think, okay, don't introduce more than like 3 or 4 colours in a particular room. You can go up and down the colour wheel. So brown could be olive, it could be a caramel, it could be a dark brown, but you're not going to introduce lots and lots and lots and lots of different colours, and that will make it feel super sophisticated. But the biggest thing is paint those walls and the ceiling and all the trim and the woodwork the same colour, in a cocooning colour, and honestly, you'll never say the word soulless again. I promise. Very small bedroom, big double bed, wall behind with wall carpet. Any ideas how to make it interesting opposite the wall? As there's no room for any furniture. So I think you just need to think about the vertical aspect of your room. So you've got a wall opposite your bed. I would paint it in an intoxicating hue. Again, earthy and warm if you can. And then either artwork or wall baskets would look really beautiful. I think the thing is, as lovely as a painted big wall is, we need to add interest to it. And when you do that through a painting or wall baskets, which add really beautiful texture, it becomes really magical. But the first thing is choosing a really intoxicating colour to go opposite your bed. Ideas for washable natural look bathroom rugs? I don't know, I'm afraid. Oh, actually go to Ruggable. They have washable bathroom rugs. It's not my bag. What are the best scenario tall trees to make any garden private? Well, I went to Paramount Plants, which is a really good resource for you if you're in the UK, because you don't have to go to the nursery. You can buy anything online. They specialise in huge trees, and they're not super expensive. So I had a similar problem when our neighbours just took a whole load of stuff out behind me, and I bought really large bay trees because they're evergreen. I needed it to be evergreen, and I needed it to screen the houses behind. So they are pretty amazing. Morning. I'm mixing two grandma chairs. One is a rocker and it has a deep brown and black leopard print, and the other is a deep purple. Can I make them work in the same room with colour? Yes, I would then put a little cushion on, like a 40 by 40, that's the same on each one, and that will really tie them in beautifully. What was the name of the shop on Essex Road where you got your lovely glasses from? Oh, they're all over. They're called Cubbits, Cubbits. I got these glasses from. But they're not on Essex Road, actually. They're in Cross Street in Islington, but they're all over the place. Narrow fireplace and mantle need height, but most vases are too thick. Do not worry, solved your problem. If you have a really narrow mantle, art is your answer to everything. Art. So what you would do is you put a long piece of art, quite skinny, like a vertical piece of art, and then, this is a really bad example, a bottle vase, because bottle vases don't have, they're quite skinny, and then a beautiful branch in it from the yard. So you just need a super skinny bottle vase, and then a branch in it, and a tall vertical, and that's all you need, and you're done. Don't ask me about the shaggy lamps. I don't know if they're going back in. A lot of them broke, so they're on hold. I've ceased production. And because I'm so busy, I keep putting it to the back of my head because I haven't figured out what to do. And it's a big thing for me and the team to work out, and we just haven't, because so many things have been happening to the business. So at the moment, production is earliest autumn, winter, I'd imagine. I mean, if I'm really lucky, then maybe June, but I just can't figure out what to do with the breaking problem. And I don't want to change the material from this lovely terracotta to ceramic to make it more practical, because it changes the whole vibe. So I would rather discontinue them than do that, but I'm in a bit of a dilemma about it. But leave it with me, because it's something that I need to, they all sold out in a weekend, so it's something that I need to work on. Long bare hallway, what kind of rug or carpet? I would say if your hallway is bare, if you could add a runner, whether it's like a sisal or a beautiful leather that's got some kind of texture to it, or if you don't want texture, some kind of pattern, it will really help in a lovely earthy colour. Great tips for new build homes, thank you. I struggle with the most lacking of any wooden materials in the house. Kitchen is plain, floors are wooden looking plain. Honestly, just new builds are not boring. Any room that you go into, and yes, of course, architectural features can help out a space, but it's what you put in there. It's how you paint the wall. It's what colours you choose. It's what textiles you choose, because you can even go into a house with the most incredible architectural features. Trust me, I've been in lots of them, and they look super flat and boring. So forget the architecture. Doesn't matter where you live. It's what you put inside that makes you want to linger longer. And when you decorate from the heart and not follow trends, I think that really helps. Primary bedroom has a tray ceiling, and do you think I should paint it all over the French blue? Correct. I would paint everything in the same colour, just because I feel, and I know it sounds a little bit odd, but I don't want to pick out my ceiling in a different colour, because I don't want my eye to go to the ceiling. I just want it to look seamless and sophisticated. And when you have a different colour ceiling, like i.e. white, it just makes your walls skinnier. So I would do everything in the same. The mimosa tree, how high does it grow and how quick? It is quite quick. It is quite a quick grower. I mean, we keep shopping hours, so I guess it can, I don't know how many years I've had it. It's quick, but it needs sun. You can't put it in shade. I have a similar George Smith sofa as you, but not so much light. Do you think a pink tone would work? Oh, pink would be so beautiful. Rest of the house is pickle and bake clay. Amazing. Go pink. I mean, a pinky undertoney colour just looks really, really beautiful. Are your paints suitable for traditional lime plaster walls? I believe they are, but it should give you all those details on the website. But yes, I believe they are. But will you just double check for me? The trouble with being the founder And the CEO and the creative director is, I'm not all over every single detail of what products are called or exactly what they're applied to, but they should be, and it will tell you all of that on the website. And if not, please fire an email off to customerservice@abigailahern.com. And on that note, I do think that, you know, now we're kind of transitioning out of the cooler months and it's getting a little bit warmer. I do feel that it's a really great time to look at rooms and go, how do I feel in this room? Does it make me want to linger longer? So I travel a lot, right? I'm on a long haul plane. In fact, March is the only month. March and September are the only 2 months where I'm not on a plane. And that's a long haul plane. And whenever I'm away, I always kind of, as lovely as it is being away, when I'm coming back, I always picture my rooms and I never want to leave them. So I can't encourage you enough to create rooms that you never, ever, ever want to leave, because there's something about, it's got, by the way, it's got nothing to do with having like tons of money, because when I was working as an interior designer, and I did that for a very long time, I would often find the most challenging rooms were with people who had a lot of money, because you could just buy anything, and it's not a case of just blinging it out with a whole load of stuff to go, ta-da, haven't I got a cool house? Because oftentimes, no. It's creating really soulful interiors, and that's why I keep saying it doesn't matter if you live in a new build, it doesn't matter if you live in an 1860 property like me, because it's what you put in the space that makes you never, ever, ever want to leave. And if for some reason it's not working, write down what you don't like about that room, because sometimes it's hard to articulate, but go into your room and just write down everything that you hate about it or everything that you like about it. We don't sell the man hanging on the wall, I'm afraid. Colour suggestions to complement slate stones floors. Okay, I know I keep saying this colour, but Summer Earth, oh my God, so beautiful. Such a beautiful colour with your slate. Such a beautiful colour, because your slate's a cool colour and this is so going to warm them up. It will look a bit like, it's very similar to this. See my kitchen? It's just got such warmth to it. Tips for white kitchen, grey worktop and wall panel, not to look cold and boring. Can you paint your white kitchen? You have to answer me that question. Can you paint a wall in your white kitchen? Can you even paint your cabinets a different colour? And then I can help you. I just need to know what you can paint or what you can't paint. If you can paint a wall in your kitchen in a lovely olivey, summer earthy type colour, amazing. If not, you'll have to add accessories, warm accessories in earthy olives and pinks and burnt toffees and caramels, and that will totally help. But if you can paint, game changing. Game changing. That's what I would do. Do you walk down into your main living space and kitchen? Well, I can show you what I do. It's very easy. So, oh, Whites, do you want to go out? So I've kind of got 2 living rooms, which sounds a bit grand, but it isn't really. I've got this kind of den, and then I've got another living room upstairs. So this is where I kind of hang out, watch TV, lay on the sofa, look at the trees, watch TV. And then I've got this kind of nookie thing here, which is kind of opposite my fireplace. And then I gravitate into the dining room. And then I gravitate into the kitchen. Oh, look, this is what I've been cooking for lunch. So we're doing some pesto mushrooms, a ginger loaf, which I'm going to warm and serve with ice cream, a lovely chard with garlic, and then it's a tomato base with bay and cream, and then cheese on top, and some fillet steak. This is my view. So this is my favourite view in the house. So I stand here, make my food every evening, and then look at this view. And sometimes there's a fire on, and sometimes there isn't. And that's generally my view. It's my favourite view in the house, actually. Olive bedding, would you go pinky such as, oh yes, olive bedding with pink is a lovely colour. Especially if it's not an icy pink, but it's a warm pink. That would be so nice, so nice. Such a nice combination, olives and pinks, just really beautiful. Anyway, so that's kind of, where was I going with this? I need a water, I need to recalibrate. that's how every room spills into every room, right? So there's a real, what's the fine, no, the cake, the ginger cake is intoxicating. I haven't made the second part of it, which is poached pears, but it's with a book, it's a book called Cooking from Friends, but I love the winter wellness books, the winter wellness book, I should say. But the ginger cake is just lovely. I have 2 alcoves aside my fireplace and cupboards each side. Does this block the room off? Not necessarily, if you need the cupboards. I think that if you could hang or have some trailing down, it might soften it. And if you do feel it's too much, then just take one cupboard out, because you don't need alcoves to be symmetrical. The less symmetrical that you can be, the more interesting the room. And it's very easy to be symmetrical. I mean, I get that because you don't really have to think about it, but asymmetry is the most intriguing. Oh, the chard dish, by the way, is from Anna Jones. I love anything Anna Jones does. And it's chard and garlic and tomato and cream and cheese and nutmeg. And it's a really... Thank you for letting me know what wants to come inside. Yes, I have it until you'll recommend. You can say the name of the cake again. Can you say the name of the cake? I'll find the book, actually. That would be easier. Let me find the book, because I was just literally cooking from it. 1 second. Okay. So here it is. This is a good book, by the way. It's called Cooking for People by Mike Davis. And this cake is ginger loaf and poached pears with cream. I'm not doing it with poached pears. I'm doing it with just ice cream and warming it in the oven. But it's a really really good book. I know I love my jumper. Lone Star Daughters. And they've also got it in grey. Thank you. Is your paint suitable for kitchen cupboards? Yes, you just have to use eggshell. And then you're done. The best white colour, I can't answer that, as I'm not a white person and have not painted anything white in about 15 years. Sorry. Thank you. You're very, very, very welcome. I think, it's also intertwined, isn't it? When you have a space that, like mine, like whether it's open plan or not, as you flow from room to room, you want it to feel, I mean, you don't have to, but I want it to feel incredibly harmonious. So I wouldn't ever want to go from cocooning room to a light bright room. I would always want the colours to flow. Could you please give some paint colours for a new build living room? That's also my dining area. I can indeed. So you could do the Summer Earth, which is that really beautiful colour. Raku Clay is a really soft colour and incredibly beautiful. You could also go Canyon Valley, which is really beautiful. Java, which is also incredible. I mean, it's so hard. Java's beautiful. You can see bigger swatches of this in the shop if you happen to go into Islington. This is, what's this? Rocky Desert we've painted in the back of our store. My sister's recently done her bathroom in this. It's a very dark colour, but it's really beautiful. But if I was you, I would do... Like Summer Earth is such a beautiful colour, like a summer earthy colour. It's so lovely. It also, I don't know what's going on with my voice, 1 sec. Excuse me. Also, Summer Earth, the pinkish one that's Java. That's really beautiful. Victorian houses used to be dark. They did. And you don't have to... I mean, they used to be dark in all those colours that I can't stand, which is kind of reds and really funny blues and quite depressing greens, whereas I just want them to feel a lot cooler and earthier. If I painted kitchen cabinet Summer Earth, what colour would you recommend for walls? You know what? You could either... I'm going to show you, because this is not a dissimilar colour. You could either... go the same colour. Can you see how the cabinets here are the same colour as the wall here and how beautiful that looks? It's so bloody beautiful when it all goes out the same colour. And what that means, whatever you then put on the island or the countertops will look amazing. Or you could go black. Black is also incredibly beautiful. But magic happens when those walls go a very similar colour. And it's such an easy way to upgrade a kitchen. I can't tell you. Just paint it another colour. And you just use eggshell and small rollers. It's such an easy way of upgrading a kitchen without having to buy a whole new kitchen. That's personally what I would do. What is the lightest colour you would go for in a space? Don't really know. Maybe Java. Maybe. Although my bedroom is actually quite light. My bedroom is like a hempy colour. So maybe like a hempy taupey colour with sort of brown undertones. And that's quite light. The green lamp next to your tap in the kitchen, do you sell it? The green lamp next... Oh, that's not a tap. That is... that makes fizzy water, but it looks like a tap. No, this is a sample. You mean this lamp? Right. This makes fizzy water. See, not a tap. And you mean this one. I know, it's lovely, isn't it? No, it's a sample. It's very... I really like that. Those producers make us this lamp here, which the Georgia, which I really, really bloody love. So maybe I should put that back into production. I'm thinking about it. It's a good point. I love that green lamp. Right, where was I? In my small apartment, I can paint, but I need to repaint before I move. My living room with a narrow mantle, I want to paint the back. I want to paint the back wall a darker grey. Would that make the room feel smaller? It would if all the other walls were light. Potentially it would. To counteract that, you would have to then use a similar tone in some of your accessories and soft furnishings so it would feel more balanced. Otherwise, it will feel incredibly disconnected. But you just need to make sure you're echoing that colour in other areas of the room. I know, I don't know why I'd forgotten about... I guess because I'd just forgotten... Yeah, sometimes when people point things out, you're like, oh yeah, I've had that sample for like 7 years, I think. I missed the colour of your sister's bathroom as the sun won't stop talking. She painted it in Rocky Desert, which is really, really lovely. Really desert. Been depressed looking for a house in a new area. Now I'm not. Thank you. Please don't be depressed because it's got nothing to do with the architecture. I promise you, it's got everything to do with what you put in it. And the most groundbreaking thing that you can do is the cheapest thing you can do, which is paint it in a really intoxicating colour, because that will make it feel earthy, cocooning, grounding, calming, a sanctuary, add depth, add intrigue, and on and on and on and on I could go. I have the Georgia lamp, which I absolutely love. It would be great if the green sample came back into production. I know, I'm thinking that. Leave that with me. I visited your store on Wednesday for the first time. Bonus to see you in the shop too, but couldn't say hello as you were in a meeting. Lovely that you came by. Thank you so much. I was in a meeting. I'm in the store generally on a Wednesday, and one day a week, and we have to cram in so many meetings. But yeah, next time to say hi. Have a small hallway. Oh, sorry. Would ruffled muslin be too much if you were painting an open plan minimal area? No, I don't think so. Listen, here's the thing. And this sounds really weird and you probably don't want me to say this. If you can listen to your intuition before you listen to me or anyone else, oftentimes it's really right. Because I think sometimes we put up too many restrictions and too many barriers, and someone says that won't work and then someone says that won't work. But you have to listen to this inner heart or inner voice, because that's what I've done for a lot of my career. When people have told me you can't launch a faux foul business when they're all rubbish and no one will buy them, and now it's the hugest part of our business, or you can't launch... This was ages ago, 12 paints that are all dark and not have light. And if you can ignore all of that noise and just follow this, because, that colour, that ruffled colour is a really beautiful soft colour, and you can embellish that in so many other ways with accessories, so don't panic. I have a small hall. What would you choose south facing? wow, any kind of browns or greens would be lovely for a hallway. So it's like you're coming off the street where there's trees and then you're going for a lovely browny green. That would be super beautiful for a hallway. Super beautiful. My study is Rocky Desert. Oh, lovely colour for a study. Bathroom is Outback. Rest in peace. I loved Outback. And I'm painting the bedroom Summer Earth. Oh my God, what beautiful colour combo you have. Are you in Crate and Barrel in the US? Yes. I have a licensing relationship with Crate and Barrel, which means that I worked with Crate and Barrel's factories, not our factories, Crate and Barrel's factories, to produce a selection of faux botanicals that are up and down the country in the US. One of the most incredible, kind of amazing things, that's pinch me moments, that still brings me out in goosebumps, that's ever happened to me and my business. So to be endorsed by that brand, which I have the hugest respect for, which takes billions, which is so clever at retailing, was a highlight of my career. And yes, there are botanicals in every, AA botanicals in every Crate and Barrel store and online. And I still have to pinch myself to this date. Launched a year ago, has done incredibly well, amazing. There's a beautiful collection in all the stores now. You'll see my face there. I love being DM'd, like people DM me when they're in Crate and Barrels and goes, oh, I've just seen you in Crate and Barrel. And so, yeah, it's one of the most incredible highlights, I would say, of this interior journey that I've been on for quite a while now. So yes, in every single Crate and Barrel and online, and all the franchises around the world of Crate and Barrels. Pinch me. My bedroom is a muted yellow toffee colour with rust and neutrals. Which of the art and what bedding would you go? I would go for, I can't remember the name of the art on our website, but it's not the brown art. It's like quite vertical and it's really beautiful. I think it's called, let me just have a look. It'd be easier if I show you. And bedding, I would go quite creamy if I were you, but a really warm cream, because because your walls are sort of a muted yellow colour. I would do, right, hold on, I don't want to lose my recipe here. Let me just, right. Where has it gone? Here we go. These. So, Levity, Equilibrium, or Oriander. All of those. Oh, you don't want a picture of me popping up. All of those would be super, super beautiful. And for your little fireplace with a really skinny mantle, Levity, bloody beautiful. Because it's skinny and just lovely. I ask again, what do you think of painting not all the walls of a room the same colour, leaving some walls white, for instance? I personally would never do that, because I don't like the fact that you're highlighting a wall in a different colour and the pieces in your room have less chance to, I guess, when you colour drench, what happens is, it sounds a bit weird, but what happens is, and colour drenching means you're painting every single wall the same colour plus the ceiling. What happens is everything recedes in the most beautiful of ways. So therefore, whatever you put in the room then almost pops or feels grander and more magical. When you've got walls that are some are white and some are another colour, you don't get that feeling. You don't get that grandeur feeling or such a magical feeling, in my humble opinion. So I would generally have all the walls the same colour. If I'm going to do a feature wall, I will then, and I've done it in certain rooms, I would then make sure that feature wall is the exact same depth of colour as the other three walls. So I'm not going olive and then white. I'm going olive and then black. So it's the same depth, the same tonality of colour. So it feels like there's an incredible consistency and flow. Otherwise, it just feels too picky-outy. Does that make sense? I'm thinking of painting the sink cabin in a brown or green. Would you paint the ceiling? Yes. Totally, I would. We have a south-facing west bedroom in an old vicarage. Oh, nice. Built in the 1800s. Original wooden floors and a grey velvet bed. I'm struggling to choose a wall colour. You need a lovely pink. You need the Java. Where is the Java? Hold on. Hold on. Java. So nice. Especially with your grey. Right. If I paint the living room in Java, what colour for the sofa, armchairs, browns, blacks, leathers and textiles? I wouldn't go leather, but that's really, really up to you. Because I just feel I want it to feel quite cosy. So if you painted it in Java, let's get Java back. Java, let's take Java around the house. Java, hold on. Java is a beautiful colour with cream. Oh, you've got me, you don't want to see me. Java is a beautiful colour with cream. It's also a beautiful colour with an OT colour, and it's also really beautiful with black. It's also incredibly beautiful with pink. Not to say splashes of red, but you won't need that. And also incredibly beautiful with caramel. So can you see how many colours that you can use with this colour? Seriously, it's such a chameleon colour. You could literally use it with everything. Right. I have to tell you, I've opened my world to lighting. Oh, amazing. Where did you get Paramount Plants? Paramount Plants is where I got my trees from. They're an amazing nursery. They specialise in really large plants. They're in Cruise Hill. But I often get everything online. Talking of lighting, this is my favourite lamp in our collection right now. Please don't buy it because they're selling too quickly and I haven't got enough to take me through to autumn winter. Do you know why I love it? Because it feels really restaurant-y and it's portable, so it's just battery. And you can literally just plonk it on your dining table. And I've got it. Let me show you why I've got it. I've just got it here. Look what it does to shelves. Isn't it sweet? It's so sweet. Can I say that about my own products? I just love that bloody, I love it. I love the fact that it feels like jewellery for the home. You're an inspiration, you're very kind. Thank you so much for this live, learn tons. Oh, thank you. Oh gosh, it's 5 minutes. I have an ornate cornicing around the top of the room. It would be a nightmare to paint. Do I need to paint them if colour drenching? I should have painted the walls and ceiling cornicing another colour. You're not going to want to hear my answer because I've got ornate cornicing too. You do really want to paint them. Ideally you do. And I know it is a bit of a pain in the bum, but you do. You can't leave the cornicing in a different colour. You either leave the cornicing the same colour as the ceiling, which is white, and do nothing, or paint everything in colour drench. Obviously, and I know you won't want me to say this, but the more work look, you won't want me to say this, but the harder something is, the more benefit you get from it. You know, in life, in general. The more of a pain of an arse that something is to do, the more magical it is in the end. And I know you won't want me to say it, because I also had cornicing, but if you really don't want to do your cornicing, just leave it white and leave your ceiling white, but don't pick out the ceiling in another colour, because that will be even terrible. Paramount Plants, yes, thank you for the answers, I agree. What colour of wall? Oh, any kind of pinks. Pinks and coppers are beautiful. Dark blues and greens are also really beautiful with copper. And really sort of browny charcoals, also really beautiful with copper. What colour is your sister's bathroom? Is it colour drenched, and what colour does she put with it? Does she have any white suite? She does. She's got quite a small bathroom, so she's got rocky desert on the walls. And then she's got a white basin and a white bath in the wall and parquet oaky floors, and it's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Thank you for helping with the questions. How do you create a nice vignette? Rein in the colour palettes, rein in the number of colours in a room, and make sure you've got variable heights, and it really depends on where your vignette is. So for example, is that your vignette, right? Is that your vignette? So everything kind of coordinates. Excuse the big lamp. I'm just checking. I love this lamp, but I haven't got the right size bulb, so I can't turn it on yet. But that is a vignette, or is this a vignette? So all the colours, we've got variable heights, but the materials all work beautifully together, as do the colours. Or is this your vignette? Or is this your vignette? So do you see how there's a real relationship between materiality and colour palette? Or that might be your vignette. That's how you do it. Right, I'm going. I think I need a coffee. Goodness, you're giving so much crazy, amazing, thank you, advice and solving so many dilemmas this morning. Thank you. And I need to lay down after this. Thank you so much. Do you think your Montreal wool rug would also work with muted yellow? Oh, beautiful. I love that rug. And it's only just come in. I was going to purchase your Thornton Throw. I don't want to tell you this, don't panic, but the Thornton Throw has sold out. The one, let me just quickly go into the back end of the team are going to really tell me off. Because I'm not allowed to say about the Thornton Throw. Because one of them, the taupe is sold out and the cream, yeah, the taupe is sold out and the cream, there's only 10 left. But don't say anything because I'm not allowed to say. Because then it creates panic. Anyway, thank you for being with us, Abigail. You're an excellent teacher. Oh, thank you. Great huge window door supplier. Crittle is the people that did my windows. I would never leave your phenomenal blowed. It's heavenly and soothing. Such a clever girl. Thank you. Your dining table looks great. Where did you get it? Years old Saarinen one from France. Thank you for your advice and care. I don't know how you stretch yourself so far. I'm exhausted just listening. Why do you have to travel less in March and September? In March and September, I'm not in Asia or America. So every month, it's either America or Asia or America or Asia. And Asia is big for us because obviously we're working on spring, summer 27. So we have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm trying to have less travel. I'm trying to somehow create a space where, change my life where I'm not constantly getting on a plane, because I also absolutely can't stand flying. And every time that plane takes off, I feel it's going to fall out of the sky. And it causes me a lot of anxiety. So I'm very happy that for a whole month I'm not on a plane. But I'm back in the States. Actually, April's mad because I'm in America and then I'm back for a few days and then I'm in Asia. So I'm opposite sides of the world. So that's going to do a great load of good to my sleep, but yes, we have a huge business in America which demands a lot of our time. I love America. And then we manufacture in Asia. So it's quite complicated. But there you go. I have a 100-year-old farm table, but want a table light and plant, but not overstaged. Oh, riser, absolutely. Absolutely. And then if you want table lamps, look at all the portables. They're lovely. Watching you from Bahrain. Thank you. Anything new in London you can recommend? Opening shops, exhibitions? I've done none because I've just been on planes or working. Planes working, but I will think of some. Love you, AA. Thank you. Victorian house, hall goes narrow where radiator is. What do you think of radiator shelves? Paint the radiator the same colour as your wall and you won't even think about your radiator. You just need to paint it in an eggshell. Simplest, most game-changing trick you can do for radiators. Paint them the same colour as your walls but in an eggshell. Use your paints but now going wild and using one of your wallpapers too. Oh, how excited. Thornton Throws are gorgeous. Don't. Thank you for this morning. Right, I'm literally going. I'm going. Have a lovely day, and I will be here beginning of April, but of course you can always DM me, and I will be on stories and Insta as normal. Bye.